Alors peut-être un petit mot aux joueurs. D'abord, on va encore féliciter, s'il vous plaît.
Well, the first game I got what is like a classic position of Vishy Anand. White tries to go b4, b5, and to get a weak black pawn on c6. So he then played b5 and put a knight on c4 to cover the pawn on c6. And then all the play happens around it.
Alors dans la première partie, c'est une position de non-dame classique, avec b4, b5 pour faire une petite faiblesse au noir en c6. Et Anatoly a essayé de mettre le cavalier en c4.
So then the white plan is to use the absence of this black knight by playing e4 and trying to get some advantage there. In fact, it's quite funny. I think I was following his game with Spassky many years ago. I was following him, and he was probably following Spassky. But I think the position was equal till very late. But it's slightly unpleasant for black to play because my knights are better than his. I mean, his knight here is going to take a long time to come in. So when I got my other knight around, well, it's unpleasant.
Donc Vishy nous dit qu'il a suivi une partie d'Anatoly Karpov contre Boris Spassky, que Anatoly connaissait sûrement. La position est sans doute égale, un petit peu plus désagréable à jouer pour les noirs, à cause notamment du placement du cavalier en F8, pas du tout facile à recycler.
And the second game, well, we got this kind of even position where I have the slightly worse bishop. But this is not obviously so because my bishop still has squares to go to on c5. So if both of us had a pawn on c4 and c5, then it's obviously bad. But as it was, it's, let's say, a slightly worse bishop. But white was not in time with bishop c1, e3, and maybe bringing the knight to d3 or d5. But white didn't seem to have the time to do this. And I think in the end, we just have to repeat it perpetually.
Dans la deuxième partie, j'avais effectivement un mauvais fou, mais bon, ce n'était pas aussi clair puisque mon fou pouvait aller en c5 par exemple, et les blancs n'ont pas tout à fait eu le temps de manœuvrer, par exemple avec le fou en haut droit, puis mettre le cavalier en d3. Anatoly?
So I agree. The first game, of course, it's easier to play with white because black should defend always the weaknesses which I had, and white knights are more active on c3 and c5 and b3 than my knight on f8, especially knight on f8. If I would have knight any other place, then it would be already completely equal. And then at the end, I think the decisive mistake was I played the rook e7 and then I allowed rook to come to a1 and a6. So after this it was very difficult to defend with active rook and two active knights against my knight on f8 and passive queen. So in the second game, white had slight advantage. Probably rook d5 I played too quick. Maybe I should play first rook c1, just not to allow to double rooks on c file. Because after this, black has some counterplay, and black controls d8 square against my double rooks on d5, and my bishop on b2 is not so good because always rook c2 is coming, bishop b4 and rook c2. That's why I had to exchange one pair of rooks, after which it was equal.
Je vais résumer simplement cette fois-ci. Juste dans la première partie, donc, il confirme effectivement que la position était un peu plus difficile à jouer pour lui, notamment à cause de la différence d'activité des cavaliers, comme vous l'avez dit, Vishy Anand, et sa gaffe a été tour E7, comme l'a été d'ailleurs dans la seconde partie, un coup de tour D5. Et son fou en B2 était un peu sous les feux de tour C2, de Vishy Anand, n'est pas du tout facile pour lui ensuite. Il a dû échanger les pièces et c'était plus difficile ensuite à trouver le chemin de l'autre.
Just a question. What do you think about the commentary? The fact that you use the commentary, there is no problem for you?
Well, good that I don't speak very good French, but otherwise it would probably be better to do it with headphones. But of course, there's a danger. You can hear what they're saying, but you don't know if they're checking. So if they make a mistake and try to copy it, you can maybe make a mistake. So no, but it's okay. It's okay as long as it's not too loud.
And you choose very bad level for the commentary, you know. Okay, and you? It was okay for you? This kind of system.
So actually, I'm so much concentrated, so I don't hear you.
It's not the first time, and the other players are okay with the system. I think it's the future of chess, rapid chess, I think. Instead of putting players in aquarium like this one. Okay. Écoutez, on va les remercier encore les applaudir très fort. On va faire la remise des prix tout de suite. On va donner 15h30 dans 5 minutes, vous le voir. De 15h30 précis, nous faisons donc la remise des prix avec Anatoly et donc Vishy qui remettront les prix donc, du Corsica Master. Thank you very much. Thank you, on applaudit très fort.